Hey, what's going on, everyone? So, first and foremost, I need to apologize to a lot of you about the whole textbook situation. Apparently, there was a memo that came out a couple of weeks ago about the availability of the course material for this class being available through Books 24/7, and I seem to have missed that memo. I'm not very good with memos. I do apologize. But anyway, I wanted to show you how to get to that area. If you go to content and then click on course content, it'll have the basically the schedule for each of the weeks. And when you click on week 1, it'll have books 24/7 reading, and you click on that, and when you click on any of those links, it will open up into books 24/7, hopefully, and you can start reading from there. So pretty cool, and actually that's really cool for this class. But because I don't know if any of you have priced that textbook, but it's about 200 bucks. So again, those are the textbook readings for that class. But I also need to show you that. Whoops, let me go back. Click on that again. Okay, week 1 activities. So there are also the modules. These are the book 24/7 readings, and there are modules for each week that are it's online material that's available through UMUC. So I'll open that in a different tab, and if you go to that, and this has a whole bunch of information that what you'll need to cover for each week, and each week has a lot of information to cover. So again, as I mentioned during my intro video, if you are the kind of student as I was when I was an undergrad, that to start working on all of your stuff Sunday afternoon, it would be a very bad idea to continue that practice. I'll definitely recommend that you adjust your schedule so you can get the reading and the assignments and the projects done well before Sunday. So that's the books 24/7 and the modules. So there are a couple of other things I wanted to show you in the classroom before I go. So let me take a look at that. So if you go to course resources and bibliography, you'll find several links that I've added for your use, and you'll see the use for a lot of these later on in the class. But this top one is the companion website for our textbook that is once again now available through Books 24/7. So if you click on that link and then go to the companion website, there are some student resources here that have some accompanying videos and things like that. But get familiar with how to use that. Let's see, what else do I have in here? Let me go back to my bibliography. Got books 24/7. This Draw.io link is going to be very, very important later. So if you don't have any type of diagramming or drawing tools, such as Visio or some other utility in terms of system development, the like, this Draw.io is free, and you can do everything online and save the files online or locally, whatever you need to do. I'll have more information on the iSQL Plus. There's some information on Oracle databases and so on and so forth. One other thing that I needed to show you is that, as I mentioned during my intro video, I do a lot of online chats, and typically every Saturday morning at 8 o'clock when I can, I host an online chat for folks that want to step in and that are having problems or just want to talk about baseball or football or whatever you'd like. But each week I try to also create a chat room for the entire week, and every night I log into the classroom, and when I log in, I will open that chat session when I can, and stay on there for a little while to see if anybody steps in, and we can talk about schoolwork or whatever you'd like. So let me go back to my previous class, and chat, you'll notice that I've got some assignments that I haven't graded yet. They were just due yesterday, so I'm going to do that today. So these are the chat sessions from that term. And if you look at the down arrow, if you click on that down arrow, you can see view sessions. And this is all the sessions that were available while that chat room was open. So for instance, you can click on this link on April 10th at 5:07, and you'll see that I signed in and joined the chat, and entered a line saying online at 5 p.m., signed off at 6:15, and that's how the chat works. So again, I'll be hosting those every Saturday, and I'll be online typically every day during the week. But there may be some days that I have some other stuff going on, but I'll definitely try and be online for you guys if you have any questions or concerns or anything like that. So hopefully that clears up a lot of information. Number one, about the textbook being available through 24/7, and some information about the online modules. That's going to be very, very important. One thing that I need to cover real quick in terms of the reading. Oops, let me go back to your classroom if I can get there from here. Go back to content again and go to course content. Now, each week it is going to be one chapter per week. So in other words, week 1 is going to be chapter 1, week 2 is going to be chapter 2, week 3, so on and so forth. And now week 6 is supposed to be for chapter 6. Actually, week 6 and 7 are for chapter 6, and then week 8 is kind of a slow week. But you'll notice that when you click on week 1, you'll have the book 24/7 readings, week 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this somehow has gotten to the chapter 6 material, and I'm not sure how all that happened, but you notice you'll click on week 6 and you don't see any books 24/7 material out there, or the week 7. So I'll need to work that out, but in the meantime, you guys concentrate on reading one chapter per week, and then I'll try and get the details resolved later on. In the meantime, if you guys have any questions for me at all, please don't hesitate to drop me a line and let me know, and I look forward to meeting you.